The 7 most practical mistakes. These are quick fixes. They're easy. We're talking about when you're attempting to get fat loss, when you are on your journey, when you're moving forward, you want results. I'm Ryan Engel, founder of Right Fitness. This is Coach's Corner. The other episodes of Coach's Corner and anything that I mention in this quick vid are going to be in the description above or below. Now, let's get down to what we're talking about. Let me first say that, look, I'm all for the benefits of fitness. I'm all for the long-term benefits, the anti-aging, feeling good, the energy. I am all for that, but at the end of the day, what I aim for over everything is the speed of results. Results are the most addicting thing about putting in the work. It makes perfect sense. We're following nutrition, we're following training. What do we want? Okay, that's the work. The paycheck is the results. So I'm the guy that's going to tell you how to get results, and I'm going to tell you straight up, and this is Coach's Corner, and this is exactly what we do. So 7 practical mistakes. Let's dive in, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to fix these, and I promise you, at least one of these you can do better and tighten up. I've fallen victim into them. So for some of us, this may serve as a reminder, and for others, it may be an eye-opener. So welcome. And also big shout out to my clients that are crushing it and getting it done. Believe me, you guys are going to say, I agree right down the line with all these points. First and foremost, any supplement, even the best supplements in the game, we're talking multivitamin, fish oil, some of the core essentials that I put on client plans. These are minerals. These are not fat burners or anything of the sort, but the best supplements only ever amount to 3% of your results. Yet, people spend the majority of their fitness budget on supplements. We have got to erase and change that way of thinking. Next major mistake is neglecting your core foundations. There are 3 major core foundations that I don't care what you do, you are not going to be able to just blow past these because they are essential. So if you look at supplements, very small margin, a sliver of your results. You look at these core foundations, massive part of your results. Number 1 is water intake, 6 to 8 cups of water. This is something that some of us need to literally be keeping track of in our phones or even writing it down because we forget this. If you get all the way to 6 o'clock at night and you're like, oh, I haven't drank water all day. That's happened to me before. This is something that we got to stay on top of. I recommend to my clients 1 gallon of water at a minimum, but go for that 6 to 8 cups of water range. You'll feel better, immediate energy lifts. The second core is sleep. You've got to get 7 hours in that 7-hour range. Right now, some of you are like, I don't even get 4. That can be a problem because when you sleep, you lower your cortisol. That's your stress hormone. So more cortisol in your system, the more you're going to hold on to body fat. You're getting an unfair advantage if you're not getting enough sleep. Plus your growth hormone. This is the fountain of youth, growth hormone. You need to replenish that. So sleep's your recovery, and it's what's going to give you that. And then the third core, directly tied to that cortisol, is going to be stress. The more stress you have in your system, the more cortisol you're going to get flooded with. So we got to de-stress. All right, we got to chill out, mellow out, stop overthinking things. It's one of the big keys. So mind those 3 cores. Big number 3 is trying to eat healthy. You go to the store, you see fat-free, you see almost no fat. This is 99% fat-free. You buy into that. It's bogus. Most of that stuff is high in carbs and processed sugar. It's not the fat that's even hurting you. So when you try to eat healthy and you go out and you make one-off recipes, you eat one meal, it's a desperate situation when somebody messages me and says, I've tried everything. Well, what have you tried? What is everything? I've eaten a few healthy meals. I've meal prepped maybe once for the day. This isn't how it happens. You got to meal prep over the course of weeks. So trying that whole healthy thing and trying to eat pre-bagged food that has tons of sodium, processed meats, this stuff is not healthy, and it is going to take away from your results in a major way. So stop winging it. Don't wing your nutrition. We're going to move into the next big key, or I should say the next big mistake, and this is not following baseline meals. If you're a person that likes to get fast results, likes to save your time, likes to save your money, I mean, you're probably thinking, of course, yes, I like all 3 of those things. The guaranteed fast pathway, if you go to any professional to build your fitness plan, you get a custom plan from me, you get a custom plan from any high-level professional, what you're gonna see is a meal plan for the course of weeks that is meal 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all in the same day, and that's what you eat every single day. This is how a professional grade meal plan works. You do not eat one-off meals. This is baseline. Your body, your metabolism needs to adjust to the same thing every day. Now, before you come at me and say, well, I need variety, I can't do that, I can't eat the same thing. Variety and all that variety and eating whatever you want is why you are in this situation. It's why you're not getting any results. It's what's been holding you back. So variety, you've already had that your entire life. It's time to switch the pace here. You need to look at your food as fuel. Now, I'm not saying that you can't make certain limited recipes and that you can't switch it up and that you can't have a cheat meal every now and then, but you gotta look at your food as fuel, because when you bulk meal prep, this is what saves you all that time. This is what saves you all that money. Not opening your refrigerator because it's meal 4 and you gotta eat fish and you got a special recipe. You're going out to the grocery store looking for all these different salts and things to throw in there. This is slowing you down and adding tons of friction onto you getting it done. Baseline meals is a standard amongst top level professionals, and baseline meals needs to be a standard in your life. This is why I put it in a practical list, because it's something so easy to address by meal prepping and planning your meals out every single day. Now we're gonna get a little deep on this one, because this one is not being honest with yourself. 1 can of soda, 39 grams of sugar. That 1 can of soda is not a little slip up. 2 Reese cups, 44 grams of sugar. You're blowing out your amount of sugar that you can take in a day, and what that's causing is visceral fat. Visceral fat is stored energy. That's lower abdomen fat. This is all of our problem areas that we hold on to. 90% of this problem area is coming from the sugar intake, the very high sugar intake. So a slip up raiding the refrigerator and eating a ton of white bread, eating a ton of high sugar food, high carb food, processed carbs, this is killing your results and it's killing you moving forward. It's not a small mistake. So be honest with yourself. When you're following a meal plan, you got your baseline meals, you're laid out. Up your discipline level. Last episode of Coach's Corner, we talked about getting more willpower. Give that episode a watch, because this is what is important. So if you have one little slip up, it's probably not little, it's probably enough to send you toppling over that caloric deficit. In order to get results, especially fat loss, you have got to have a caloric deficit. That means that you burn more calories than you take in. Nutrition is 80% of this game. The next major mistake, this is so simple, so easy to do, and it'll change your energy level. It ups your growth hormone automatically and gives you a metabolic advantage over anyone that doesn't use this. This could be an absolute game changer for you. This one is not intermittent fasting. It is so simple. It gives you a disciplined window to eat. If you've never heard of intermittent fasting, it's simply eating within a window. I always recommend, and I've got 10,000 plus builds under the 16 and 8 custom program, incredibly powerful. This is when you are eating all of your meals within an 8-hour discipline window. It is literally that simple to do, and it's an absolute game changer. And for everyone that has deeper questions about intermittent fasting, I've done a complete 100% free course on exactly how to implement it. Links in the description right here. And now for the biggest practical mistake. This one is an instant way to ruin your results. If you want to ruin everything, if you've been working or you start something new, you're working towards something and you want to ruin everything, compare yourself to other people. So you have to understand something about fitness. This is not football. This is not soccer. This is not some sport. There's no bells, whistles, and referees to dictate who wins. So when you look at somebody else and you say, I'm not getting results as fast as them, and you keep comparing yourself, you can never compare yourself to anyone else because of genetics. You are in this with just you. You're in this with just yourself. That person that you're comparing yourself with, they're not going to be around you to knock the cheat meal when you're not supposed to have one out of your hands. They're not going to be around you in the gym. They're not going to be doing those reps with you. They're not going to be doing those workouts with you. This is a game between you and the person you were yesterday. That is it. So you look in that mirror and you take this on and you crush it, because your only competitor is that person. Because this is how you stay realistic with your expectations. Every 2 weeks, check in with yourself, throw out the scale. The number on the scale does not matter. Your weight is not a reflection. All of the tips that I've given you, they will cause you to get toned. They will cause you to build lean muscle, to burn fat, to build confidence, to look and feel better. None of this has anything to do with your weight. Follow these steps. You will see things happen. You will see your clothes fit differently. You'll feel better. Your energy level will go up. You'll increase that metabolism. This is a life changer. Scale and that number and anybody else you compare yourself with doesn't matter. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ryan Engel, founder of RE Fitness. If you need a plan from me, you want to get started with me, check the links in the description. The other episodes of Coach's Corner are in the description. Thank you so much for the shares and following. This is becoming one of my favorite things to do, is kick back, and I thank everybody that comments and has suggested episodes for Coach's Corner. I will see you in the next one if I don't talk to you sooner.